Welcome to Short Corners, where we give you some quick thoughts on some of soccer's biggest topics of the week. I'm Amobia Kugo, back again with yours truly. L, how you feeling today?
Chilling, man. Per usual, it's been a busy week, but we maintain it.
Booked and busy or
How
what?
about you? Not necessarily booked and busy, more so organizing,
Yeah,
getting things together.
plotting.
I'm saying getting processes together.
Yeah.
In the lab, cooking up, that kind
Nah,
of thing.
real quick,
What about you?
shout out to the processing tip with the application software. Um, I'll leave them to wonder if they want to figure it out. They're gonna have to hit you up about it. But appreciate you
Okay,
for
yeah,
that
for
one.
sure, no doubt. What about you though? I seen you cooking up some new content. Got some
Ah,
fresh for athlete content out there.
content is king. That's what they're saying. So trying to build this content, everything's a media company at this point. So you gotta
Yep.
build it. If you build it, they will come. As we know with 2 Cents FC, 80 plus episodes, and hopefully we continue giving them whether it's short corners or guest interviews. We've been killing it with these recent interviews. So if you haven't listened to them, make sure you guys tap inwardly. But yeah, everything's good on this side. Everyone wants to have a wedding at the same time, but that's
That's
neither here
crazy.
nor there.
Everybody want to have a wedding in Atlanta at that.
Yeah, that's true. Most definitely.
Yep.
But let's get right into it then.
Okay. Well, I'm sure if you haven't been under a rock, you would know that the equal pay for U.S. Women's National Team has been ratified with their new CBA. So everything is officially official now. I know we touched on it maybe a couple months back when the ruling came down, but now everything's official. The ink is dry, paper is signed, and so there's a new CBA out for the women's national team. So let me run down a couple of these deal points. So some of the key aspects of their deal is equalization of FIFA World Cup prize money. So in a first of its kind agreement for any federation in the world, the women's and men's national teams will pool and share FIFA World Cup prize money. Um, I won't go into what that means. You can do your own research on that, but I'm gonna just give you the high levels. Identical appearance fees for game bonuses. So the women's and men's national teams will have identical performance-based bonuses for all games and competitions. The women's team will no longer have guaranteed salaries and will instead have the same pay-to-play structure as the men. A commercial revenue share. So it's the first ever and identical commercial and ticket sharing framework, offering more ways for all parties to work together in growing the game. And this deal will last through 2028. So these historic deals will cover the next 2 World Cup and Olympic cycles and keep the players among the highest paid national team players in the world. So what are your thoughts on this, bro?
No, I love it. Off first read, obviously anything equal across men and women for the U.S. national team as a whole is a positive, especially if you consider, any way you slice it, it's more than deserved. The women have been killing it on the world stage for ever, so it's about time to get their just due. Um, and I like how they structured it. I definitely want you. Can you run it back when you said? Because I know you said the U.S. Women's National Team they're not getting guaranteed salaries, and I know that was like a big thing. So what
Yeah.
is the difference there now?
So they'll no longer get guaranteed salaries. So
Yeah,
previously, their salaries were being paid. The national team players' salaries were being
yeah,
paid by U.S. Soccer.
yeah,
So even if they played for like a NWSL team,
yeah,
their portion of their salary will be paid by U.S. Soccer. Now
yeah.
everything falls on the club for the
Okay.
club side, and everything that's on the national team side will be paid for national team appearances. There's no
Yeah.
more mixing or blending of that
No,
scenario.
yeah, I like that a lot. And the reason I like that is because it's going to force competition. Whereas, U.S. soccer players are paid guaranteed. And it's like, all right, it doesn't matter how bad you play. Um, you're still getting called in because you're getting paid. So I like that
Yeah.
as well. It increases the, competition. I know there's been discussions about you see the same people in the same rosters year after year, cycle after cycle. You got people with 500 caps for whatever reason, so it'll be a good way to increase new blood from my perspective. But yeah, I'm excited for sure. How about you?
Yeah, I think it's dope. Like you said before, equal anything is definitely good. So this will put a lot of pressure on the club teams for sure. Though
Yeah.
NWSL needs to step it up. You've seen the historic contract that Trinity Rodman got, so hopefully more of our women's players begin to get contracts like that and more. So this definitely puts a lot of pressure on NWSL. They got to sink or swim now. They got to put their big girl panties on and like really maintain and
Yeah.
bolster up their league. So that means bringing in more sponsorships, bringing in whatever you got to do um, on the team level as well as the league level to be able to compensate these players the way they deserve to be compensated. And then on the single player side, this also makes brand deals and endorsements that much more important to kind of offset some of that guaranteed salary that you weren't getting. So I
Yeah.
think the national team players are making at least six figures guaranteed by the federation. So
Yeah.
now that it's strictly on the league, a lot of them probably aren't making that much money, or they're not making that level of money. So they have to offset that um, with the endorsement deals and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
you know anybody looking to develop their personal brands, that means personal brands to be more important.
Yeah.
um, so tap in with us at For Club and Culture if you need to get your personal brand situation set up. We can definitely help with that, content development, etc. Shameless plug. But yeah, I think this is a monumental time, and it's definitely going to be an interesting time. More so on the club side than the national
Yeah.
team side, I feel, because the women handle business on the national team side, so not worried about that.
Facts.
But a lot of the big shifts will happen on the club side
Yeah,
with
and
that compensation.
you start seeing players go to certain teams based off that as they were already, but now it's going to even be more emphasized. And when it comes to the women's soccer players, I think they do a great job of branding themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like now you got to be more purposeful around it. So yeah, make sure you tap in, CC Club and Culture and see what she can cook up.
Yeah, I mean, you're about to see some gaps for real. Like, look at teams like Angel City, OL Reign, Kansas City to a degree, like splashing that cash, and like,
No,
Washington Spirit as well. Teams like that splashing cash, like other teams gonna have to catch up, or it's gonna be a huge gap.
facts.
For
We're gonna
sure.
have to
All
get
right,
Maggie back on the show, get her thoughts.
most definitely. All right, next up, rumor has it that Messi could be headed to MLS next year. Reportedly joining Inter Miami and receiving a 35% equity stake in the franchise. So what are your thoughts on this news? Do you think it's true? Do you think it's false? Like, is Messi worth 35%, which is an estimated 200 million right now? Like, so Messi's current value as
Yeah,
a player or marketing tool, is he worth 200 million? What are your
it's
thoughts?
tough. Yes and no. I would say he's worth higher just from a player profile standpoint,
Mm-hmm.
but he's not like I don't want to say he's not marketable, but he's not marketable. If that makes sense. Where he's not in front of your face like on the camera, but he's marketable in the sense that he's the best all
He'll put
time.
butts in seats.
Yeah, like everyone's gonna watch him play. But in terms of like being in the commercials and doing all the stuff, he'll be there. But for the demographic that Miami is hopefully going to target, yeah, it's worth it. I think 40% of the team. I know it's 35. Give them an extra 5% coming after a World Cup. Argentina, if we look at their team now, and they're going to be at least quarterfinals unless something crazy happens. So he's going to have a good run. It's going to be kind of his final thing. I honestly think it might be too soon. I think he goes back to Barca. He might try to come at like he's 34, 35. I I think he has a solid 3, 4 years at the high level still. So, but with this business opportunity, sometimes you got to do it. Iniesta's in Japan for a similar reason, and he left at 34. So we'll see. You know, I think it's a little early for him, but you just never know because Messi's like kind of like quiet in the
Mm-hmm.
sense of like you don't really hear about his moves off the field. So him like, oh yeah, I'm coming to MLS. Like, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, if true, I think it's good marketing business. It's
Yeah,
bad sporting business. in my
Wait, how?
opinion.
How?
On the sporting side, like look at how Messi is playing at PSG right now, right?
He's playing great.
Could it be a system thing? Like he not blowing shit out the water like he was, in previous years. Coming to MLS, which is arguably more physical league, he doesn't like to run, doesn't play defense, that kind of thing. So similar to like Ronaldo, like you're almost down a man on the field, um, on the pitch to a degree.
Yeah.
So from a sporting perspective, like I don't think it'll be good for team chemistry. Look at some of these other guys that Miami's brought in that like, haven't really, made returns, like Higuain and stuff like that. Um, I think the style is just way too different in the league, and the league's way too physical for the age that he's at. Like the place in the career that he's at, he needs to go somewhere and chill. And like coming to MLS
Yeah.
is not gonna be chilling.
Messi comes to the league, he's getting at least 15 goals, 12 assists every year until he's done playing. If a GM is not smart enough to get the players around him to, make it work, then that's on them.
We
You're
talking about
buying
Miami,
Higuain.
bro.
Yeah, we're talking about Miami. Well,
Questionable
nah,
GM situation.
thank God Chris Henderson's there, so he's hopefully gonna fix it around. But nah, you have to bring Messi in. It's Messi, like, and yeah, people say he's played bad at PSG, but a lot of people that said that haven't watched every game. Check his numbers. He's leading the league in assists. It's a different system. They have 3 bona fide superstars that don't play defense, so it's not just on Messi. Um, yeah, nah. If you build a team around Messi, making the number 10 play a free role, get 2 solid number 8s that can do the job. Carlos Vela was not doing anything. Well, let me not say he wasn't doing anything in Europe, but Giovinco, Vela, like these guys that are killing the league. I'm confident Messi can give me 15 goals and 12 assists. And if you don't believe so, one of these teams, San Jose, y'all need a new GM. Hire me. Let's get Messi, and let us watch us rock out.
They not splashing that cash.
They're
San
not
Jose is
splashing
not
anything.
splashing that cash at all.
they give you
Get that
a
up.
yearly in and out if you want to come.
They trying to build that A stadium. They not splashing no cash on the earthquakes.
Yeah.
And then, but I mean, I also said like it'll be a good marketing play.
Yeah.
For sure. Like you're gonna put butts in seats. I'm not sure how long it's gonna take to build the stadium, but it'll be good to like line that up with the stadium opening. I don't know if Messi want to go play in Fort Lauderdale. Like I think it'll be. So like you said, like if he goes back to Barca for like a year or two, by the time he's done and ready to come over, the stadium should be finished. Like they open the stadium to a splash with Messi,
Yeah.
blah blah blah. I think
Like
that may be the more ideal scenario.
How old would he be for 2026? Like that might be too much.
I don't even know how old he is. He's 34 now, so he'll be like 37. So 2022, 2026.
Yeah. Ibra,
I'm not a math guy. Whatever.
Yeah, like 37.
Ibra's like 40, 42, 43, something like that.
Ibra? No, he's not that old.
Let's see. He's 40. My bad.
And he's still playing at a high level. Yeah. Like if you time it for like lead up to the 2026 World Cup, that's good marketing. But by that time, there's gonna be new stars, So if he's gonna keep that top dog spot, I mean, honestly, he keeps it until he retires. But
yeah,
that's interesting. That's a good point.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll see if this is even true or not. It's just speculation and rumor at this point. But good talking point. Another good talking point and potential rumor is Mbappe being offered ownership of the sporting project to stay at PSG. So on top of them, pulling out all the stops that they can to keep this man here, offering him $4 million a month plus $100 million euro signing bonus. They're also giving him the ability to choose the coach and make player decisions. So like basically giving him like LeBron autonomy. Like this is who I want the coach to be. These are the players I want around me. Giving them whatever they can to like keep him on board.
He playing football manager in real life.
Right. So what are your thoughts on this?
I'm sure. I mean, if you got that much power, you might as well use it. Uh, but PSG, like, come on, y'all desperate like that? If y'all
Sound
would have
like
just
it.
made the right moves beforehand, then you wouldn't be in a situation. You about to miss a generational talent in the prime. That's not even in the prime of his career because he's still so young. Um, yeah, I still think that's giving up a little bit too much. If you're Mbappe, leverage all that you want. Obviously you can go to Real Madrid, you can go wherever you want from a club standpoint. But if PSG is giving you everything you need, at the end of the day, money talks. But I really think Mbappe wants to win Champions League with PSG, and then after that, it's like, all right, I'm doing whatever. I might do a year in Madrid, I might do a year in Barca, I might go to Man U, but I think he really wants that French club team to win Champions League. I'm not sure when's the last time that's been done or if it's ever been done, but I think he wants that, the joy of Paris. But we'll see.
I feel you. I think this is absolutely absurd, though. Like giving him ownership of the sporting project. How old is Mbappe, bro? Like
he like 22, 23.
Yeah, like dude is still wet behind the ears. You giving him the keys to your sporting project, the keys to your personnel locker. Like, nah, bro.
You got the keys to the safe.
Nah. I mean, he's definitely worth splashing the cash on. I think his ceiling is very high, but this is going too far.
Yeah,
for sure. Nah,
and
I'm not with it.
The fact that they let him leave on a free, that's like, I mean, they got dumb bread, but like they're being done with their bread.
Right.
So
it's like
I'm not even gonna get anything.
Them is Arsenal moves right there. PSG is playing Arsenal, doing Arsenal business right now.
That's hilarious. Yeah, but I definitely think Real Madrid's calling his name, huh?
We'll see.
Or the winner of Champions League will get his rights. Liverpool or Real Madrid.
There's a name going around for Real Madrid, the way that they're building the team. It's called Los Negros or something like that.
Considering Madrid's history, that is really funny. But yeah, the time is now. They see what time it is.
Stacking up on them brothers. You got Alaba out there, Vinicius. You got who else is out there right now?
Benzema. You got the center back. What's his name?
Benzema ain't black. He might as well be though.
He's
Mendy,
North African.
You got Mendy.
Mendy. You got Camavinga.
Yep.
Camavinga needs to start next year. He needs to be a starter.
I wanted him at Arsenal so bad, bro.
Yeah, but he made the right decision. You got homeboy that
Mbappe reportedly coming.
Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting to see what they do. Maybe Hazard, if Hazard stays, like their squad is gonna be ruthless. Rudiger's supposed to be coming. Yeah, who knows? Yeah, Los Negros. The all whites, but the whole team's black.
Yeah, white party.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it for this week, though.
Okay, yeah, that's it. That was a good short corner. We had some good stuff. I know you had thoughts on any new music that came out recently.
I mean, you say you didn't listen to the Kendrick album, so
you can talk about it. I
can't really go back and forth on it. But I think it's a dope album.
What you grading it? What you grading it then?
What am I grading? I think it's too early to grade it. Like it's one of those albums where you got to live with it for a minute. Like you may have some initial impressions, but then as you listen to it more, as you spend more time with it, certain songs resonate with you, and then you'll be able to give it a cumulative grade.
Yeah. It's like a fine wine then.
Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna be for everybody. It's like basically he made this album for himself. I feel, it's highly personal. it may resonate with some people who like share those experiences. You know what I'm saying? But um, it's not something you could just like be running back all the
Yeah.
time. Like the replay value isn't very high in my opinion, for me at least, because it's
Yeah.
like some of the topics are so heavy. Like you got to be like in a mood or in a space to actually listen
Yeah.
to it. Like I know I had to cleanse my palate a little bit with some of his older stuff, you know, just to
Hmm.
kind of like
Mix it in.
rebalance my energy a little bit.
Yeah.
But overall, like from a like a musicality and like lyrical standpoint and like originality standpoint, it's definitely up there. You know what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
it's not gonna be for everybody. So, you know, leave it at
Yeah.
that.
Make of that what you will.
Yeah.
Well, that's our show for this week. Subscribe, rate, and review. It helps us get discovered. Follow us on the socials at 2 Cents FC. Check out our merch at 2centsports.shop. Obviously, L is not rocking the gear, but he is rocking the Super Eagles gear. That's so shout out to Super Eagles. But more importantly, tweet us your comments on the show and any topics you want me or L to discuss. Whether it's we have guests on the show, whether we do short corners, whether we do a new segment, we're here giving you unfiltered thoughts and opinions on a weekly basis. So hopefully you guys tune in next time.
Peace out, y'all.